Hello, Rob here from the Flanagan Homestead. Today I'm going to go do one of those things that's normally one of my favorite things. It's been an incredibly warm winter and we haven't had much snow, but today, January 10th, it's coming down. We've got about 5 inches so far and it's going to keep snowing for the next several hours. We're getting up to where it's just about freezing level, so it's a wet, heavy snow. And that wet, heavy snow has knocked out power in multiple places. There's trees down, and I just got a report that nobody can get in and out of the road just up at the end of my driveway because there's a large tree down. I was told it's a large tree. I don't know how large it actually is, but got the chainsaw out, so my tools. I'll get my cable, and we're gonna go try to get that off the road. Now, when I say this is normally one of my favorite things, many of you that follow my channel know that I have a firewood stand, so this is usually free firewood sitting on the road. But also, I'm a school teacher and we have a snow day, so we're off school. And I just enjoy getting out in the snow and working and getting projects done and having a day off. But today is probably not going to be one of my favorite things, simply because our church has started a time of prayer and fasting. And today is Wednesday. I haven't eaten anything since Sunday, just water. So the energy level's down a little bit, but we can still get it done. So let's go see what we have out there. Don't forget, you obviously have a chainsaw. I'm going to take my splitting mauler axe to drive some wedges in. You might say, why falling wedges? The tree's already down. If it's a big tree and you're working across the ground, you never know which way. Sometimes it surprises you on which way it's going to pinch or whatnot. So once you get down lower, you can stick the wedge in, and so even if the way the tree wants to pull it back together, you can keep your saw from getting stuck in there. So bring your wedges, your maul, and cables. Unfortunately, my choker cable is down at the lower property. I'm not going to go all the way down and get it, but I have a few other cables around here that hopefully I can get on this tree and get it out of the road. We're having some camera issues. Oh! It's right here. I was under the impression the log was on the road at the end of my driveway, but this is just a few feet past the end of my personal driveway and my shared driveway with a few neighbors. So this isn't too big of a tree. We'll be able to get this out pretty easy. Usually the trees are snapping off in the weather like this. I've heard branches while I was out this morning snapping off, but this alder, actually, this would be some nice firewood. Actually, because of the amount of rain we've had, which is a significant amount, the ground is soft, and you can see the root ball just broke free on this hillside and brought the tree down across the road. The earth being lifted up knocked out a pretty good sized boulder. That's probably 3 feet across by 1.5 feet. Okay, so here's the plan. While it's still up in the air and easy to get to, I'm probably going to cut all the limbs off the branches just so I can get it into nice firewood log. And then when I drag it up, I won't have to work across the ground or anything. Everything's exposed, and that'll be easy to take off the limbs right now, and then I'll just push them over the bank. I probably, just in case people try to get in and out of here, although my neighbors usually, when it's snowing like this, don't try to get out because further up our driveway, we have a 16% grade and a corner at the same time, and it's quite difficult to get out. So people probably aren't getting out, but just in case they are, I'm going to try to cut the log right at that edge of the road and then cut it beyond this edge of the road and pull those two chunks out. I can work on the rest of the log later, but try to get the road open. I do need to be very careful because I've got all this pressure coming down, including the root ball up here, and I don't want that to come flying down. But the nice thing, I've got trees. If it tries to come sideways, trees that'll catch it if it starts to roll that way. And I'm going to leave a long enough trunk on it, it'll probably drop, and then that'll keep it from coming down. That trunk will be the anchor that keeps it from going anywhere else. As I'm getting to work, I'm realizing I don't want to have my pickup sitting here too long. I've got other alders that have the downhill lean and getting a lot of snow on it. I think this tree is actually not coming down because it's kind of caught up in the top of the other tree over there. But they're gathering more snow and going to want to come down. So I don't want my pickup sitting underneath it. So I've got the cable hooked up to the one already. I'll hook it on the back of the truck, and we only have to pull out those two big fir trees there. I have a parking area, pull out area, and I'll just get the logs up close there, try to roll them over. Wish I had a pike pole or a log ox to help roll them, because I'm going to drag them up over here, then have to roll them over. Okay, so the tree did not fall to the ground. The root ball up here is still holding it up enough. I thought it would fall to the ground, but that's okay. But now that it's not down, these trunks are sticking out just far enough to be trouble. So I'm just going to cut enough to be a few rounds of firewood off, throw them in the back of the pickup. It'll get off the road there. And I'll probably do a couple rounds worth of firewood here. I may on a later date, I don't think today, but I'll put a cable on this and pull this tree up and bring it up to the pile up there. Be interesting to see if I can get this rock out of here. Looks like it's gonna go. I'm going to scrape this with a snow shovel because I'm noticing there's hidden in the snow smaller boulders that might not be good for a low riding vehicle, and this way I won't miss any of them. I'll get them all cleaned up. Well, I had just gotten inside, taken all my work clothes off, and I heard some cracking and popping. Came back outside. Here's the logs that I just moved out of the road, and now there's another. This is the top of a fir tree that actually fell uphill. It must have had an upward lean and fell across the road. So our road is blocked once again. Guess I'll have to get back to work. Did you hear that pop behind me? More trees going down. Maybe I shouldn't be standing out here right now. Behind me, up here, is definitely being held up because it's caught in the top of this tree. Otherwise, these two alders that are leading way out, they'd be all the way down by now. So my wife got out for work this morning before that fell, so I had to get this down so that she can get home. And the project went relatively smoothly. There's always a few bumps in the road. Moving those logs was harder than I thought. But now that I have the chains, the cables, the chainsaws, the shovel and everything in the pickup, I'm going to go down the road a little further and see if there's anything else that needs to be cleared while I'm out here. The weather report for the next couple days is a little bit warmer. Not too warm, but a little warmer. Hopefully this melts off, because after that, there's supposed to be about a week where it doesn't get above freezing. So I hope we get all this moisture off the road before the freeze comes. Thanks for joining me on the Flanagan Homestead, where Christmas trees are my business, teaching, including horticulture, is my job, and outdoor projects are my passion. Hope to see you again soon. Be blessed, everyone.